Well, hello and welcome to the Global Cycle Speedway Network for this match, which is being raced at Southampton in Hampshire. This is the Nathan Harris Memorial Trophy and the Southampton Grand Prix. And what a lineup we have today. 16 of the best riders in Europe are here today to do battle in this meeting. They will all compete in 5 races each, where they will race the other competitors just once. 20 races in all, and the best rider with the most amount of points at the end of the day, thinking it's 4 points for a win, 3 for second, 2 for third, and a 1 point for a last position. The rider with the top point score at the end of the day will be the Southampton Grand Prix champion. It's absolutely boiling hot here. It's over 30 degrees, and that's the trophy they'll be racing for, and the shirt. And of course, Southampton Cycle Speedway, steeped in history. Last year's winner, Ben Mould, is within the lineup, so he will be looking to retain it. As we run through the lineup for you today, riding at number 1 will be Kosma Syrkowski. He was third in the World Under-21 Championship in 2023. That's in the Southern Hemisphere in the Salisbury Club in Australia. So he'll be looking forward to racing the Southampton track for the first time. Ashley Hill rides at number 2, 7 times a British individual finalist, rides for the Ipswich Club. No introduction needed for Christopher Timms from Birmingham, Mr. 100% professional certainly. Leon Penketh rides at number 4, British Under-18 champion in Hull in 2023. Dawid from Poland, he rides for the Torun Club as well. He is the Polish champion, and we'll be looking forward to racing here at Southampton and taking the title. Riding at number 6, all the way from Sheffield, is Edan Morton. Good rider is Ed. Number 7, Mark Boaler from Horsepath, twice British champion. Likes to get stuck in, does Mark. Watch out for him. Riding at number 8 is Ben Mould from Birmingham, twice European champion, world champion, British champion in 2016. There's an aura about Ben, and he likes to put himself about just like Mark Boaler. Riding at the difficult number 9 position is Noah Woodhouse from Great Blakenham, twice British Under-16 champion, stepping up to the seniors now, and one to watch out for, a real good contender, as is James Porter from Ipswich, excellent club man. Riding at number 11, representing the Ostrow Club from Poland, is Pawel Szkludarek, runner-up in the World Championship last year, very quick out the start, strong rider, watch out for him. Racing on his home track is Fez Langoo. He has the difficult number 12 position on the starting list, world number 4, and another quick starter. Riding at number 13, Torsten Jolly. This is his first meeting of the season. He's come out of retirement, kind of forced into racing today. I'm sure he will give 100%, and he's a good rider, as will is Bob Colling, Southampton rider. And riding at number 15 is Bob's brother, Tom, and unbelievably he was a British Open finalist way back in 2010, and certainly knows his way round the Southampton circuit. And last but not least is Brinkoff. He is the current world champion, and really he is the man to beat. And we will be looking to take the scalp of Brinkoff. So as the riders do a couple of laps just to get used to the surface, and obviously the temperature, because it is warm today. Can I put my money on somebody to win today? I'd like to think Ben Mould will be at the thick end of the action with Szkludarek and Bass, Noah Woodhouse. There are a lot of fast starters in this meeting. One of them, Chris Timms. We shall see. May the best one win. Thanks for watching the Global Cycle Speedway Network. On with the action. Well, here we go, straight into heat number 1. This is the Southampton Grand Prix 2026. And lining up on gate 1, we have Kosma Syrkowski, Ashley Hill gate 2, Chris Timms gate 3, and the fast starting Leon Penketh on 4. And it's all even as they go into the first turn. The Polish rider Syrkowski leads into turns 3 and 4 and down the home straight. Ashley Hill is second, Chris Timms third. And surprisingly, Leon Penketh is in 4th place. But I got a feeling he's not going to stay there for long. He's a very impatient lad. In he comes up the inside of Timms, but that does not stick. Timms has a look over his left shoulder as if to say, you were nowhere near me. And Penketh ended up on his backside, and he will score 1 point for coming last. But it's your Polish international, Kosma Syrkowski. He takes the 4 points. Second, Ashley Hill. Third was Chris Timms of Birmingham. And fourth, Leon Penketh of Southampton. Well, here we go for heat number 2. Dawid Bass from Torun lines up on gate 1. Mark Boaler gate 2 from Horsepath. Gate 3 is Ed Morton from Sheffield. And gate 4 is Ben Mould from Birmingham. As they go into the first corner, and Ben Mould seems to have gone into outer space for some reason on the first and second corners. Now he's chasing Ed Morton, but it's Bass that leads from Boaler down the home straight. And here comes Ben Mould. That's a great pass over Ed Morton down the home straight. Bass leads now from Boaler with Ben Mould in third. And Ed Morton is in 4th position. These riders are going so quick today. It's a very high standard of Cycle Speedway rider in the Southampton Grand Prix, and Bass is going to lead this one into the final 2 corners, and he's going to win and take the 4 points. Boaler gets second, that's 3 points for him. Ben Mould gets 2 points, and Ed Morton finishes in 4th and gets 1 point. Heat 3 sees James Porter from Ipswich on gate 1, Fez Langoo from Southampton gate 2, Noah Woodhouse gate 3. He represents Great Blakenham, and from the Ostrow Club on gate 4 is Pawel Szkludarek. And then away is Noah Woodhouse that makes a superb start. Szkludarek is going to follow him around into 2nd place. A little bit of a slip coming out of the 4th turn, but it is Noah Woodhouse leading Szkludarek by at least 3 bike lengths. Langoo is now chasing the pole, and 4th place off his gate 1 is James Porter. That's surprising because James can get out the start. He completely got outgunned by Noah Woodhouse and Szkludarek, who lead. Woodhouse is going to collect the 4 points. Szkludarek is going to get 3, and that is a gate 4 for Szkludarek, so that is going to be a good result for him. Langoo gets 2 points, and a disappointing James Porter gets 1. Heat 4, and returning to the sport of Cycle Speedway on gate 1 is Torsten Jolly. He's drawn the number 13 today. That means he gets 2 inside gate positions on the trot. This is the first one. Next to him from Southampton is Bob Colling. Tom Colling from Southampton is gate 3, and the world champion Lewis Brinkoff is on gate 4. Let's have a look as they go into the first, and it's a tight one. Colling misses out. That's Bob, not Tom. And it is Jolly who is making his comeback. Now he's looking over his right shoulder. Colling and Brinkoff come together. Colling makes a slight slip coming out of turn 2, which allows Brinkoff to slide into the 2nd position. But Jolly is having a very easy time of it. And he's going to be thinking, why haven't I ridden all season? Brinkoff is chasing, and he's on his back wheel, but that is going to be 4 points for Torsten Jolly from Great Blakenham. Brinkoff gets 3 points, Tom Colling gets 2 points, and Bob Colling gets 1. Well, Heat 5 sees Torsten Jolly line up for his 2nd Grid 1 on the bounce. Kosma Syrkowski from Torun is on gate 2. His teammate from back in Poland is Dawid Bass in the orange jersey. And Noah Woodhouse is on gate 4. Watch out for his start because he is electric. And the tapes are up, and it is Syrkowski that makes the gate over to Torsten Jolly. Bass takes advantage of that, and also does Noah Woodhouse. And it is Bass who is leading from Woodhouse, and Woodhouse is going to have a nibble at his back wheel if he can. But Bass has got some speed. His liking of the Southampton track is showing. He leads down the back straight. Noah Woodhouse in second, now looking over his left shoulder to see where Syrkowski is. And he's right behind you, Noah. It's these three. But I've got a feeling that Dawid Bass is going to take the 4 points. That's his second race win. And there's a coming together between Woodhouse and Syrkowski on the last corner. Woodhouse gets second, Syrkowski gets third. Well, normally I like to stand very close to the starting gate with my camera, but there is a lot of feedback coming through the loudspeakers, which is causing interference. No interference for Bob Colling as he moves at the start. He gets away with it, and there's a huge crash. That's Ashley Hill, James Porter and Edan Morton biting the dust, and there certainly is a bit of dust. They're all up and they're all okay. James Porter just brushes himself down, and they will go back for a restart. Well, here we go, heat 6. Bob Colling, gate 1. James Porter, gate 2. He's from Ipswich. Gate 3 is Ash Hill from Ipswich, and gate 4 Sheffield's Edan Morton. Takes her up, and they're away. And this time James Porter makes an excellent start, very quick out the tapes. Ash Hill now comes up the inside of Bob Colling. Bob Colling's not really got track position, and now Edan Morton's going to pass him. And Bob Colling off his gate 1 has found himself in the lead, and now he's in 4th position. And there is a split between the 4 riders. James Porter leads. He's wearing a Polish shirt. Although he rides for Ipswich, he's actually wearing an individual colour from a Polish team. Ash Hill is chasing James Porter. These two are teammates back home in Ipswich, but it's going to be Porter that takes the 4 points unless Ash Hill can drive to the line. It's close, but that is a win for James Porter. Second was Ashley Hill. He gets 3 points. Edan Morton gets 2 points, and Bob Colling gets the single point. Well, heat 7 sees Pawel Szkludarek from Torun back in Poland is on gate 1. Gate 2 is Tom Colling from Southampton. Gate 3 Mark Boaler from Horsepath, and gate 4 Chris Timms from Birmingham. He also wears a Polish shirt. I think that's a Torun shirt, but it is Szkludarek that makes a little bit of a mistake on the first corner. Tom Colling gets span round by Mark Boaler on the first corner. I was expecting that to be stopped. Mark Boaler certainly came into contact with the rear wheel of Tom Colling, span him round, put him out of the race. I would have thought the referee might have made a decision there and had a rerun with all 4 riders. But it stands as Szkludarek is leading. Chris Timms in second place. Ignore Tom Colling there. He's actually in 4th position. And Szkludarek is now not going to make an attempt to overtake Tom Colling. But Chris Timms settles for second place. He'll take 3 points. Szkludarek will take 4 points. Bit of a confusing race, but we got there in the end. On to heat number 8, and Lewis Brinkoff, the world champion, he lines up on gate 1. This is his first gate 1 of 2 on the trot. Ben Mould is on gate 2 from Birmingham, wearing last year's champion's jersey. Leon Penketh is on gate 3, and gate 4 is Fez Langoo. 3, and they're away. And it is Brinkoff, as expected, who leads into the first and second corner. Here comes Ben Mould up the inside, and Langoo is passing Leon Penketh. Makes the challenge, doesn't make it stick. Penketh is in 3rd, Ben Mould 2nd, but out front is Lewis Brinkoff of Great Blakenham. He leads as they go over the start and finish line. As I say, the speed of these riders, they just turn circles so quickly. That's 1 lap to go for Brinkoff. He will now end up on 7 points after 2 rides. Ben Mould will be on 5. And Penketh and Langoo will be on 3 apiece. So a disappointing start for Penketh and Langoo, but a good start for Brinkoff. On to heat number 9, and looking at the leading scorers. Bass leads on 8, Woodhouse 7, Szkludarek on 7, and Brinkoff on 7. And this is another race for Lewis Brinkoff. He is on gate 1 again, but he's got Pawel Szkludarek on gate 3, Kosma Syrkowski on gate 4, plus Edan Morton on gate 2, and it's Szkludarek that gets round the outside of Morton down the back straight, but here comes Edan Morton back up the inside of the Polish rider, and Syrkowski now is coming up the inside of Edan Morton. They're 3 abreast. Morton gives a big elbow to Syrkowski, that sends him wide, and Szkludarek is in 3rd place, but it is the world champion Lewis Brinkoff from Great Blakenham. He leads and is on his way to 11 points from 3 rides. Syrkowski now is chasing him, but Szkludarek is going to have a think and a pass. The 2 Poles, they know each other, they ride with each other at home. They're main rivals back in Poland, but it's Syrkowski that wins this time. He gets 3 points over his Polish counterpart, Pawel Szkludarek. Brinkoff gets 4 points. On to heat number 10, and the rider on gate 2, Dawid Bass, has had 2 races, 2 wins, but he's not going to have it easy in this one. He's got Fez Langoo from Southampton, gate 1 in the blue crash helmet. Gate 3 is Ashley Hill from Ipswich, and gate 4 is Tom Colling from Southampton. And it is Bass that makes the start across Fez Langoo, and Langoo's not going to be happy about that. And Ash Hill has taken advantage, slots into 2nd place with Tom Colling at the back. Bass leads down the back straight. Ash Hill is in 2nd. Fez Langoo is in 3rd. Tom Colling is 4th. And Bass is on his way to 3 race wins now. That'll be total 12 points. And he will be a clean-cut leader of this Southampton Grand Prix. He's got half a lap remaining, and he's not going to get past. And he is on 12 points, although Fez Langoo pushed himself to the line, nearly got Ash Hill but didn't. There we go for heat number 11, and we're lining up on gate 1 is Noah Woodhouse from Great Blakenham, gate 2 Chris Timms, gate 3 is Ben Mould, and gate 4 is Bob Colling of Southampton. Tapes are up, and it is Noah Woodhouse who makes the start. In 2nd place is Chris Timms, 3rd is Ben Mould, and 4th is Bob Colling. Now, if those of you who are interested, Chris Tim, who is wearing a Polish shirt today, is normally wearing a Birmingham shirt, and likewise with Ben Mould, although Ben Mould has got an excuse. He is in 3rd position at the moment. He has got last year's Southampton Grand Prix winner's jersey, but it is sometimes a little bit confusing. I do know Chris Timms has got a beard, so that helps. And I do know that Noah Woodhouse is a very fast starter, and he is going to win this heat 11. And his points tally is now 11, where Chris Timms is on 8 and Ben Mould is on 7. Well, heat 12 sees Mark Boaler from Horsepath line up on gate 1. Leon Penketh is on gate 2 from Southampton. Gate 3 James Porter from Ipswich, and gate 4 Torsten Jolly from Great Blakenham, who slips his pedal off the start. That's unlucky. And it is Penketh that leads. Good gate by him, and Porter's come around the outside of Mark Boaler. And Boaler has gone from gate 1 to 3rd place. That's very unusual for Mark Boaler, but he is chasing, and he will get past James Porter if he makes the slightest mistake. It is Leon Penketh that leads from Southampton down the back straight. Here comes Boaler up the inside of Porter, makes a nice pass, nice and clean pass, and Jolly's coming up the inside of James Porter as well, and poor old James Porter's been pushed aside quite easily, and that's his race finish. Penketh wins, Boaler 2nd, Jolly 3rd, and a disappointing James Porter in 4th position. Well, looking at heat number 13, the 2 riders that could be in contention after this heat is Mark Boaler on gate 1 and Kosma Syrkowski on gate 3. Either of those riders win this race will put them on 12 points. Unfortunately for Bob Colling and for Fez Langoo, they're pretty much out of it. So it's the riders on gates 1 and 3, and there's a little bit of movement there. I think that was gate 2. I think Bob Colling moved whilst under starters orders. That incurs a -1 point, so that will be taken off his total. So here we go again for the rerun, and this time Boaler does make the start. and holds the Polish rider into second place. Here comes Fez Langoo around the outside of Bob Colling. That's a good pass. But is now Boaler, who is on his second on the trot. Is already. And what happened to Syrkowski? Then he slipped coming out of turn 2. And Fez Langoo had the speed, went past the Polish rider as though he was stood still. And now Boaler is struggling at the front. And I think Syrkowski is going to cut the inside of Fez Langoo. He closes the door. The Polish rider has got his right elbow in the ribs of Fez Langoo. Langoo's race is over. Boaler wins. He finishes on 12. And Syrkowski is on 12 as well, I think. On to heat number 14. And this race is all about the riders on gates 2 and 4. Gate 2 is Pawel Szkludarek from Ostrow, and he needs a race win, as well as Ash Hill off of gate 4. But they've got Ben Mould, who is the ex-world champion, on gate 1, who holds the start. Here comes Torsten Jolly up the inside of Szkludarek, and Ash Hill is at the back. The two main fancied riders of this race are in positions 3 and 4. And Jolly now is looking over his left and his right shoulder. He wants to keep it nice and slow. He doesn't want Szkludarek coming steaming through. Ben Mould is away and in the lead, but Jolly is inside. And here comes Szkludarek at the inside of Jolly. Doesn't get past, and now Ash Hill has a little nibble at Szkludarek. But it is Ben Mould that's going to take the 4 points. Torsten Jolly is going to get 3. Szkludarek is a little disappointed to take 2 points, and Ash Hill takes the single point. Well, heat 15 really is a clash of the titans. Chris Timms from Birmingham gate 1 needs a win. Lewis Brinkoff is on 11 points. He also needs a win. Dawid Bass from Torun is on gate 3 unbeaten. And just throw in James Porter off of gate 4 and we'll have a great race. And the tapes have failed to go up properly. Sometimes that does happen. I think that's Tom Alexander pulling the tapes. There he is. It is. It happens now and again. It's just one of those things. But we'll bash on. Tim's off of 1. Brinkoff of 2. Bass off of 3. And James Porter gate 4. Heat 14. Tapes are up. And it is Tim's that holds Brinkoff, and Brinkoff made the mistake of going for the gate, and he's going to find himself in 4th place is Brinkoff. It is Timms that streaks down the home straight in the lead, followed by Dawid Bass, and Dawid Bass is going to love this. He not only is he in 2nd place and going to take 3 points, he's going to extend his lead over Brinkoff if the positions remain as they are. I think Bass is quite happy sitting in 2nd and keeping Brinkoff behind him. Timms leads. He will actually come into contention with a rostrum place if he can lead this. And here comes Brinkoff up the inside of Bass, but it's not going to happen. Timms wins, takes the 4, and he's happy with that. Bass is 2nd. He has got 15 points now, and Brinkoff has got 13. Game on. Well, heat 16 sees the rider on gate 4 from Great Blakenham, Noah Woodhouse. If he can win this race, he will total 15 points and equal the top of the leaderboard with Dawid Bass. But he's got Tom Colling off of gate 1, Leon Penketh gate 2, and somebody's mobile phone's going off, and that's so annoying. Edan Morton is off gate 3, and Woodhouse gate 4. Tapes are up, and it is Colling that makes the start, and Woodhouse is trying to get across, doesn't make it. Penketh is in 3rd, and already Penketh is looking for Woodhouse at the back. And Tom Colling leads, Morton is 2nd, and Penketh is already again looking over his left and right shoulder just for Woodhouse. Woodhouse is going to come around the outside. Penketh is going to take him wide, and Woodhouse is off. What is Leon Penketh thinking? I've absolutely no idea what was going through his mind then. He had no intentions of racing. All he wanted to do was put Noah Woodhouse in the fence. And the referee has rightly excluded Leon Penketh. Penketh is going to say sorry. And there will be 3 riders in the restart. Well, Leon Penketh's antics in the last race has caused him an exclusion. We got Tom Colling gate 1, Ed Morton gate 3, and Noah Woodhouse makes a fantastic start. Colling is off. Ed Morton goes over the top, apologises. That's a racing incident. I think Tom Colling's front wheel just washed out on the surface. But Woodhouse, he's going to be ruining that because he was in the lead. Well, here we go again for Heat 16. Noah Woodhouse is going to want to make exactly the same start as he did in the previous start. And here he goes. Oh, no, he's missed his pedal. Unbelievable. Noah Woodhouse has left the start. Couldn't get his right foot on the pedal squarely and finds himself in third position. Ed Morton is away and he's flying. Tom Collins in second, and Woodhouse is chasing as hard as he can, is making all sorts of mistakes. And there's another one, and his title aspirations are slipping away. Ed Morton is cruising to a heat victory. He'll take the 4 points. Woodhouse has caught up with Tom Collin, and he's going to go up the inside. No, it's clipped his back wheel. That is a desperation move by Noah Woodhouse, and that's unlucky. Rub tyres. Goes over the low side. Bit of gravel rash for Noah. That's unlucky. What a terrible Heat 16 Noah's had. In the lead, and then crashes and ends up being in third place. Unlucky Noah. Good try. Well done, Ed Morton. On to heat number 17. Tom Colling lines up on gate number 1. James Porter from Ipswich gate 2. Ben Mould gate 3. And gate 4 is Kosma Syrkowski from Torun. And Syrkowski needs a race win here. That'll put him on 16 points and put him in contention of a rostrum place. And here he comes piling up the inside of Porter and Ben Mould. Slips. And Ben Mould checks. Comes up the inside. Drives hard. Syrkowski doesn't give him much room. Ben Mould then comes back at him. Puts him off the circuit. Kosma Syrkowski is not happy. There's a bit of a shoving match. Could be a rumble in the jungle in a minute. Good work by Dave Makepeace, the referee. He's got in between them. And it is a very warm day today. And so are the temperatures of the riders. Certainly got heated then. Got a feeling that's going to be a rerun. Although Syrkowski did come over hard. We'll have a restart with all 4 riders. Ben Mould looks after Syrkowski now, and Syrkowski's going to look for the drop again. Here he comes up the inside. No love lost between these two. And Ben Mould is down, and Syrkowski's going to get excluded for that, I've got a feeling. Ben Mould seems to be holding his left knee, and certainly is in some kind of discomfort. Went down hard. Syrkowski give him a right old shove. Referee might see that as just a racing incident, but unfortunately poor old Ben Mould has come off second best, and there's the culprit. But if he's not been excluded, then it's deemed okay. And poor old Ben Mould, he's still down on the circuit, and that's an ice pack, and it doesn't look good for the ex-world champion. And hopefully he will be in the rerun. Well, obviously Ben Mould succumbed to an injury to his left knee. That leaves 3 riders in heat 17. Tom Colling gate 1, James Porter gate 2, and Kosma Syrkowski is in gate 3. It's Colling that leads, and Syrkowski has clipped the back of James Porter's wheel, has ended up in the dirt, and will finish third in this race. It's Tom Colling that leads into his second lap. James Porter is second. Syrkowski has remounted and has carried on, but his total, instead of being 16, will now be 12 after five races. So Tom Colling will lead this last lap. James Porter's eased off. All I can think of is hopefully Ben Mould will be up and about as soon as possible. Well, Heat 18 sees Ash Hill off of Gate 1 from Ipswich. Gate 2 is Noah Woodhouse. Gate 3 is Lewis Brinkoff, and Gate 4 is Mark Boaler from Horsebath. Now, if Woodhouse wins this, he will total 17 points. If Brinkoff off Gate 3 wins this, he will total 17 points. So one of them's going to miss out on getting as close as possible to Dawid Bass. Noah Woodhouse has moved at the start. Maybe there was a little noise. We don't want to have any exclusions. We want this to remain as exciting as possible. So with Dawid Bass, still has one race remaining. He's on 15. And Woodhouse or Brinkoff can finish on 17. So we're going to see what happens. Takes her up. And it is Noah Woodhouse that's made the start. And he comes over Ash Hill. And Brinkoff is up the inside. And Boaler's coming up the inside of Ash Hill as well. And Ash Hill slides out. He's off his bike. He will remount and he will finish this race. But it is Woodhouse. As it stands, he's going to beat Brinkoff. And he's going to finish on 17 points. And Lewis Brinkoff is going to finish on 16. And that looks like, to me, it could be second and third position on the rostrum, depending on what Dawid Bass does in his last race, because he can actually finish on 19. Woodhouse wins, Brinkoff second, Boaler third, and Ash Hill in fourth place.
There you go, it's heat number 18 completed, and it was a good one for Noah Woodhouse.
Well, heat 19, Edan Morton goes on Gate 1 for Sheffield. Gate 2 is Torsten Jolly for Great Blakenham. Gate 3 is Fez Langoo of Southampton. And Gate 4, Chris Timms from Birmingham. Now, Chris Timms, if he can get a race win in this one, he will draw level on 16 points with Lewis Brinkoff in third position. But it needs a win, and he's gone for the biggie. And he's got over Jolly, and he's got over Langoo, and he's into second place. And Jolly has thrown it in, not made it stick, and here comes Chris Timms. He's going to have to pass Ed Morton, and Ed Morton is already looking for Timms because he knows Timms needs it. Timms slips, front end washes out, coming out the fourth corner, and Jolly is off, and Fez Langoo is over the handlebars. Those two are jumping back on the bike, and the race is on at the front. Ed Morton still leads from Chris Timms, who needs a desperate lunge in this last two corners. That's not going to happen. He's going to finish on 15, and Chris Timms will just be outside the rostrum places. That's unlucky. It's a good race. Whereas Fez Langoo and Torsten Jolly battle for the minor positions. Well, Heat 20 sees the rider on Gate 4, Dawid Bass, from Torun in Poland. If he can finish first or second in this race, he will win the Southampton Grand Prix. But he's got some stiff opposition. He's got Leon Penketh off of Gate 1. He's been controversial throughout the whole of this meeting. Pawel Szkludarek is on Gate 2, Bob Colling Gate 3, and it is Szkludarek that makes the effort to get over Penketh, and Dawid Bass says thank you very much, I'll have that, and he's on his way to 19 points and a win in this Southampton Grand Prix. But he's got Leon Penketh behind him, and Penketh has been controversial all day, and he's already looking for a drive up the inside. Dawid Bass is careful, he's treading carefully. Here comes Penketh from miles behind, and Dawid Bass makes him look stupid. Penketh completely overshot the corner, fell off in front of him, and has taken the wrath of the referee and will have his marching orders back to the pits. We're going to have a rerun without Leon Penketh.
I'm sure on social media you'll be scrolling through the Heat 17 and Heat 20 to see what actually happened there. We'll wait for the referee.
Well, Heat 20, the restart. No Leon Penketh, and it's Szkludarek that makes the start, and Bass slots into second place, and Bob Colling is in third, and the Polish rider from Torun, all he needs to do is sit behind his Polish counterpart, Pawel Szkludarek, and he will be the champion. This is pretty much easy. At least he's making a race of it. Bass is looking threatening, although I think that's all it is. He's making it look as though he's threatening because he doesn't want to make a silly mistake. They are still racing, which is good to see. But I've got a feeling this last lap, and Bass is already celebrating down the back straight with a wheelie. That's good to see. And he is the champion. Well done, Dawid Bass. He has totaled 18 points. His closest rival was Noah Woodhouse, who finishes in the silver medal position on 17. And the current world champion, Brinkoff from Great Blakenham, he will finish on the rostrum in third place. Well done, Dawid. Excellent. Number 1. Yes, you are today, matey. It's all got a little bit hot under the collar today in some of the races, but these riders are all friends, all know each other and race with each other regularly. There's no hard feelings at the end of the meeting. It's always nice to win, isn't it, Dawid?
Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life. This is the time of your life. Remember, you don't get it twice. The time of your life.
Here we go for the presentations of the top 3 in the Southampton Grand Prix for 2026, and in third place is the current world champion Brinkoff from Great Blakenham. Raced well, did Lewis. Had the advantage of 2 gate 1s, made them count, scored 16 points, collects his trophy from Colin Wheeler and David Makepeace, the referee. Second place goes to Noah Woodhouse from Great Blakenham, teammate of Brinkoff in the lead, but today he's come second, gets his trophy, scored 17 points. And on to today's winner. Makes the journey from Poland so much sweeter to go home with a trophy, and that is Dawid Bass of Torun. He totaled 18 points, takes the beer and a shake of the hand and a couple of nice trophies to take back to Eastern Europe. Cycle Speedway in Poland is big. Dawid has ridden in this country, he's ridden for Paul. As it stands, he rides on the continent. And there is the shirt that he hopefully will return to wear next year at the Southampton Grand Prix. As we say thank you to Southampton Cycle Speedway Club for the staging of the Southampton Grand Prix. Been going a number of years, always well attended, and this year's winner Dawid Bass has done the business. Thank you for watching the Global Cycle Speedway Network, and we'll see you soon.